Here we are to discuss transfer market, and here we are to discuss Jadon Sancho, who is close to leaving Manchester United. This is something he already decided at the end of September. Also in October, November, always been the same. Jadon Sancho leaving Manchester United. The relationship is broken with Erik ten Hag, with the whole coaching staff. This is an important point. But what's going on after Juventus inquiry in November for Jadon Sancho and Borussia Dortmund interest? But at that point, Borussia Dortmund didn't reach out to Manchester United. Yet, we can say, because now negotiations are open, talks ongoing right now between Borussia Dortmund and Man United for Jadon Sancho.
Hit the like button, people. Make sure you're subscribing to the Football Terrace. There you have it from Fabrizio Romano. This deal looks like it's going to happen. The player, his relationship with Man United broken down, as we all already knew. Another update that has come out this afternoon as well, when we read this one out to you, is that Jadon Sancho and Dortmund have reached a verbal agreement for him to return to the football club as well. How big, how good, how important of a decision is this for Jadon Sancho and for Manchester United? Let me know in the comments section below.
So Sancho could return to Borussia Dortmund on loan deal. Borussia Dortmund can only proceed on a loan deal. They can't make it permanent. They can't make it on a different way. Has to be a loan deal. So Manchester United and Borussia Dortmund are speaking about the details of the deal, loan fee and salary coverage. These two crucial points are being discussed between parties. An important point, Jadon Sancho already gave his green light to Borussia Dortmund. Sancho said yes, Sancho wants to go to Dortmund. He
confirmed that by Fabrizio Romano as well. And as per the report, he's looking to meet up with Dortmund at their training camp, their winter training camp in Marbella as soon as possible. And I think what's really key about this deal is, for me, Dortmund's going to be great for him. I think he's going to go back there. I think he's going to get back to his very best. It means that he'll be happy. And whether it's Dortmund in the summer that buy him back permanently, or it's another suitor, I think he's going to get a move that suits him. Man United also can benefit by recouping some of that money, that 72, 73 million pound outlay that we played upon him. But for me, if I'm being honest, I wasn't happy with the story when it came out about not training hard. I believe there's an element of truth to it. But do I blame Jadon Sancho? On reflection, no. This club is toxic. This club ruins every single player. The dressing room is an absolute mess. The club is responsible for this situation. Yes, individuals are accountable for their behavior, but I'm actually at a point where I understand it. We have Man United fans that are quitting supporting this club and supporting others due to how badly run we are. What do we expect to be going on here? Good luck to Jadon Sancho with this move. I hope it ends up being everything he wants it to be. I genuinely mean that from the bottom of my heart. Moving on to Arsenal here, some interesting updates. Now, the first one is such an intriguing one to talk about. Is that Arsenal are willing to offload Thomas Partey, who has been given given limited game time because of a thigh injury. If they find a suitable holding midfielder, Declan Rice could revert back to his 8 role. Arsenal were also short of right wing cover for Bukayo Saka if Mikel Arteta wants to achieve his goal of having 2 high-quality players in each position. So I think he's some way off that still, to be fair. I think Thomas Partey is done at Arsenal. And I felt this since the summer where they tried to sell him. There's something going on here, whether it's their long-term views of his fitness, whether there was a falling out in the summer. I'm not too sure what it was. I know he's had an injury. There are some Arsenal fans that are skeptical about that. Is it really an injury? Is he being taken out of the limelight for another reason? At the end of the day, that's for you to decide. There's no evidence of that. It's all speculation as of right now, conjecture everywhere. But what I do believe to be true, in my personal opinion, is that they want to move him on. Arsenal, they're claiming this all over the place. They've got to sell before they buy, or they want to sell before they buy. Zubimendi has been linked to Arsenal. I wouldn't necessarily upgrade, but what an one player out, one player in that would be. Thomas Partey leaves. Zubimendi comes in. Arsenal fans in the comments section, surely you would not be frustrated, angry, annoyed if that was the case. Surely. You need to let me know. You need to tell me what you think and what you feel in regards to that. But the Times here, not known for spouting their nonsense, a highly credible media outlet across multiple sectors of the world. Arsenal willing to offload Thomas Partey if they find a suitable holding midfielder replacement. Declan Rice could move back into the 8 role, which a lot of people felt he was signed for. A lot of people felt that it was either going to be Rice or Partey, one in the 8, one in the 6. That partnership has never come to fruition. Is it going to be somebody else? Could it be Zubimendi and Rice in that central midfield area? Arsenal fans, what do you think about that? What do you feel about that? And could it work? Now, another story that comes from Football Transfers here, and they've been posted out on the transfer deadline day Twitter account, is that Ivan Toney is hopeful of a move to Arsenal in January. I bring this story up because from about the end of August, early September, Ivan Toney to Arsenal has always felt like it was going to materialize. Similar to in the way that from around February of 2023 until the day he signed, the stories very much alluded to Declan Rice joining Arsenal. And yes, Man City got involved. Yes, Man City put those big bids in. Yes, Man City tried to lure Rice away from Arsenal, but Arsenal got it done. However, in the last 3 to 4 weeks, the stories surrounding Ivan Toney to Arsenal have changed to Arsenal, just as this one does. Arsenal, I have no intention of paying the £100 million to Brentford. There's talk of a new deal being signed. There's talk of the summer being a more appropriate time for Arsenal to sell. The story that Arsenal don't have the money to buy a striker. They're flying too close to FFP. There are many Arsenal fans who reject that notion and do not believe it to be real in any way, any shape, or any form. We've had a few content creators on the channel tell us that Arsenal will get it done, just not for 100 million. This story kind of suits that narrative. But the one thing that remains consistent is Ivan Toney is hopeful, or Ivan Toney wants a move to Arsenal. Doesn't necessarily mean the intricate details of personal terms have been agreed, but that story is continuously consistent in many ways. Is Ivan Toney the savior of Arsenal? Is he going to be enough to shoot them to a title? That remains to be seen. He could, by the way, help them win 10 games on the bounce. But if City go and win 15 games on the bounce, they might not win the league. I don't think his signing should be looked at through the lens of with him we win the league, without him we never achieve anything. Equally, I don't think all that pressure should be put upon him. But will the deal even happen? It's hard to tell right now. Most journalists kind of playing it down, that they don't see it happening. They don't see this one coming along. They don't see this one, there's nothing's happening, according to a lot of journalists. Nothing is progressing. Nothing is being discussed. Do you believe that, Arsenal fans? Do you believe at a time where you've built this squad that is very good, that maybe is just 1 or 2 pieces missing? Do you believe that a 2nd January running, you're not going to do enough to win the league? Do you believe that? Or is this a case of last January, maybe we were a little too bolshy, maybe a little too mouthy, maybe we allowed too many stories to be leaked to the media and it ended up costing us more money, or they kept on putting the price up on players and we priced ourselves out of a move? Could this be Arsenal being coy with the media, quiet, to get the deals done in a cheaper fashion, to slow the hype down? How do you see it? Because every day it's a different report. With Declan Rice, when it was Gabriel Jesus, certain players, it was a consistency across the board. But barring the notion that Ivan Toney wants Arsenal, it's very up, very down, from the price to whether it will progress. Have conversations begun? Is something advancing? I want to get your opinions on that. Because so far, I know it's only 3 days in, but it feels like a very quiet window so far. Gooners, give me your thoughts, give me your feelings. Man United fans as well, we'll recap with the original story on this video. Jadon Sancho, verbal agreement in place. Looks like this is going to happen for the player to join up with the Borussia Dortmund training camp in Marbella. Give me your thoughts, give me your feelings in the comment section below. Take care, goodbye, God bless, and we'll see you all again soon. Peace.